Hi everyone, welcome to my new video. Filming this video on the winter solstice, so merry winter solstice to everyone. I think it's a great day. I could not wait for this day to come because I don't like darkness, I don't like the night. I don't like that sun is starting to go down at like 3 p.m. and fully goes down at 4 p.m. So I am so happy that it's winter solstice because just a couple of days and the sun will finally start to actually move towards increasing the day. And I think today is a great day. I think today is a great day of a lot of energy, and I want to channel this energy today for a simple question. Were there any ancient civilizations that we don't know about? And I was inspired to do this reading today because of the Ancient Apocalypse documentary on Netflix. I am yet to watch it, but I've been fascinated by the idea myself even before this documentary came out, and I do believe there might be some peoples that existed before us, that existed before known civilization. And I mean, I'm just interested what will my cards tell me about this idea and about this maybe documentary. So first, I really just want to go with the documentary. I really just want to get some confirmation from my cards about the contents of the documentary. So whether my cards believe it's real or fake, what was the purpose of the documentary, and then we'll go from there. So first, I really just want to see what my cards will tell me about the documentary itself. Why was it made? Like, why was the documentary made? Okay, let's go. I just want to go from here and see where we can come. Oh yeah, it's really interesting. So we have the Lovers, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have a Queen of Swords. All cards are upright, so it's really interesting. First of all, with the Lovers, and we have like a male and a female energy here. I do believe that this documentary, if anything, is a product of a companionship of people. So perhaps the author of the documentary had a companionship, like a woman or whomever, maybe some female energy that inspired him to do the documentary. But also with having both figures here being swords energy, so Knight of Swords and Queen of Swords, I do believe it's a marriage of ideas, and especially with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is a difficult card, just like all of the Swords cards are, but I do believe with the Knight of Swords here, there is a person who really truly believes that they are being correct. They have this idea and they truly follow it, and they believe that it's correct idea. With the Queen of Swords being here, I also believe that whatever inspired the author, I know it's a man, I don't remember his name unfortunately, was a female energy, female presence, a lady, his wife, his mother, his friend, whomever. Whatever this person was, or maybe it was a male friend, just like his energy is coming off as more a female, because it's like with this card it's more like indirect, just like feeding information. They too believe that the information is correct. I don't see any malice in here or any sense of like lies or deceiving. So I do believe that this documentary was made out of companionship and out of desire, striving for the truth. At least that's what my cards tell me. And let me just get some more cards, regarding this documentary itself. Oh yeah, it's interesting. So we have the King of Cups here upright, 10 of Wands in the reverse, and 6 of Swords upright. Once again, Swords energy, really interesting, and King's energy, also, like, we have Knight, and we have Queen, and we have a King here. So it's also interesting with the King of Cups here. I think it symbolizes a desire for like emotional, it's like emotional resolution to me. Like, it's building something for a betterment of humanity, for a betterment of oneself. It's just like trying to leave a legacy that's like allows like good emotions and good vibes. I hate the word vibes. Like I'll use it a lot, but also like I don't really like it. But like good emotions and good vibes come through, and it's like a teacher, but a very kind one, just giving you and guiding you. With the Ten of Wands being in reverse here, I do believe that there's like the Ten of Wands in reverse and Six of Swords in reverse, like it's like a release of a burden to me. Like through this like positive energy of a teacher, of an older, wiser person that's trying to give you information that's like emotionally it's good. It's like it makes you feel better and like opens your eyes a little. It allows you to let go of the like burdens, and to me this burden, I think it's like a burden of like not knowing what was going on, because with this documentary, I think of course the author wanted to explore and explain the ancient mystery of like where the humanity is coming from. And this question is burdensome, you know. It's not easy, of course, to live with this question, because I think that people should know where they're coming from. So like yeah, it's like I think it's good. Let me just get the last batch of cards for this. So like, what can you tell me about the documentary, the reasons behind the documentary? What can you tell me about the documentary? I really wanted to pre-shuffle cards for this, but then I was like, no, I believe in the energy today. It's the winter solstice. It's a very powerful day of the year. So I truly think that there should be enough energy for me to do this kind of like raw, without pre-shuffling, without any like trying to predetermine things. And oh, interesting. So we have Three of Cups, we have Wheel of Fortune, and we have Two of Cups here. Interesting, a lot. Another card of relationship here, because we did have the Lovers coming out in the first three cards. Once again, Two of Cups, it's like a card of relationship and a card of marriage, love, positivity. With the Three of Cups, it's a card of celebration, being with your friends, being like happy. And with the 10th Arcana, the Wheel of Fortune, is literally just like good fortune coming through. So I do think that for the person that made this documentary, like, how to say, he really, like, I think it's a passion project more than anything. I think he is in love with the people who he worked with the idea itself. And like with this documentary, he really just wanted to kind of like let himself and like people surrounding him and people who are interested in the topic to like celebrate his discoveries. And like with the Wheel of Fortune here, I do think that there is like a huge lack that this person had in finding out people who will be able to support him and maybe share his knowledge, share their knowledge with him, and share the ideas and share everything and share his passion for this work. So I like, interestingly enough, in love. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Interestingly enough, I don't really see that much about the contents of the documentary, more so than I see the like the reason is more like a personal, to me it's more like of a passion project for the author of the documentary. But still, I think it's quite interesting. Let's see. Okay, so I just want to go deeper into the main question at hand. I think I will be taking these cards back into the deck, because for this a rather large question, I do need all of the cards. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get maybe more information about the past of the humanity here. Sometimes I do think that all of the tarot readers kind of like take a little bit too much responsibility on their shoulders, and they think that they are able to do more than they actually able to do, you know. But I'm still trying to do that. I just find it interesting, and it never really hurts anyone. You know, I'm not a great big channel with thousands upon thousands of subscribers, and I'm just having fun here, so I think it's okay. So let me see. I just want to have like 5 cards, like just trying to see where they're like, what can you tell me about the civilizations that existed, possibly existed before humanity was here? Nope, this card is not coming out. Well, I mean, how many cards I have here? 4. Okay, I'll just get 1 more card. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. If I have 4, I have 4. Let's see, what do I have here? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So we have 9 of Cups upright. We have the Devil. We have Strength. And we have 2 of Wands also upright. Really interesting. So, oof, I got the chills. I was not expecting that. I'll be completely honest with you. So with the 9 of Cups here, like, they definitely had, like, if there were any civilizations, and like, if there weren't any civilizations, I'm sorry, my English is not English today. I think there would be some other cards, but the cards here are rather descriptive, so I would tend to think that there were some civilizations before, like, you know, what we know. So like what is being discussed in the documentary, I think there is a kernel of truth to that. But what I can tell is that with the 9 of Cups here, those civilizations at their point of time, at their stages of development, they had what they wanted. With the 9 of Cups here, I think those civilizations, they like really had, they were like at their peak. They had what they wanted. They had everything. 9 of Cups is a really great, really positive card. Just basically saying like, I have everything. I have the riches, I have the gold, I have the food, I have like whatever you can imagine. I have it because I have everything I want. But we do run into the Devil being the next card. And the Devil like is surrounded by 9 of Cups and Strength, the 8th Arcana. So what is interesting here is that the Devil, I think, was their hubris, if that's the word. You know, they were too proud. They thought too highly of themselves, I believe. And with the Devil here, I do think, like in the Strength here, like they were quite powerful, and they were really, really like capable of doing a lot of things. But this was also kind of like their downfall. It was a huge like mistake, and like this to me kind of like relates to what we have here today. You know, like we have all of these talks, like I'm not even going to do a reading on this, but we have all of these talks that like possibly the war will go nuclear or whatever. Not even gonna bother with doing a reading on this. I think the situation is beyond my capabilities as a reader to check into. It's developing too fast. But the Devil, being surrounded by these 2 cards, I think that those people had everything they wanted. They were really powerful, but they had a huge ego, and like they're once again too prideful, a lot of hubris, just like full of themselves. And with the 2 of Wands here, I do think that those civilizations, or like were this one civilization or several of them, they were kind of like, how to say, I think they thought of themselves as very, very capable. They looked into the future, and I think they did see a possible like future for themselves, a really kind of like prosperous one. Because 2 of Wands here, for me at least, it's kind of like talking that like we have the power, and we just like really, really like see where we can apply it to. Like, yes, we're like at a crossroads, but we also kind of like know instinctively like where we want to go. We just like kind of like need to maybe go further in there. Let's just see what other cards do I have. Okay, what can you tell me about the possible civilizations that existed before this civilization? before the first civilization that we know existed. I'm keeping all of the shuffles in because I really just kind of like want you to see that like I'm shuffling these cards for real, you know. I'm not just picking the sauciest cards out of the deck to make my reading more like ooh, spooky dooky or whatever. No, I'm here shuffling, and I'll shuffle as long as it takes before getting some proper cards. Oh wow. Oh well, okay, this card is coming out again. I'm not gonna put it back on because like it really just like fell out, you know, just by itself. So it really wanted to come out. Oh wow. Wait. Oh yeah. So we have two cards that are repeating. This is the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Cups, but now it's in reverse, which is interesting. And we have another card which is Six of Cups in reverse. Interesting, like a lot of Cups energy with the Nine of Cups before being also here. So I want to start with the King of Cups in reverse because it's repeating card, and like I think it's more. I mean, Wheel of Fortune is also important, but with the King of Cups being here in reverse, I do believe that whatever civilization or civilizations there were before like, you know, before we know, in the time before, in the prehistoric times, I think there really was a problem with the rulership, with the ruling class, with the kings of these civilizations or of this civilization. I really think that the rulership was kind of like really in on it for it themselves, because I'm looking once again with this card, I'm looking at the devil, I'm looking at the strength, and I really think that the rulership was powerful, but it was like too controlling. It was exploitative. It was really uncaring, because King of Cups is a really nurturing, fatherly, like this a good old wise man teacher or like man person, whatever energy. But being in reverse, I think there was like once again a lot of ego, a lot of hubris, a lot of uncaring, a lot of like I don't give a fuck. I'm just doing what I need to do to get more power. Like there is that energy. But still, even despite this, Wheel of Fortune being here kind of signifies that regardless of that, the circumstances were in their favor. Like I do think that they were quite lucky, and we see that with the nine of Cups and with the strength, they were quite lucky. They did have what they wanted. The thing is that it was kind of corrupting them along the way, and we have the Six of Cups here. So this is kind of like tying to King of Cups and to everything. They really were looking into the future. They really thought about the future. Once again, they were powerful. They were egotistical a little bit. They had everything they wanted. Luck was on their side, and the rulership was uncaring. So with the Six of Cups, I really think that they were kind of like not even like going away, but like ripping away from the past that they had. So if they had some kind of like past that they thought was not good enough for them, they were trying to leave that and go blindly into the future. Why the fuck? I'm sorry for these swear words, but why am I getting the like it's really reminding me of the situation that we have today. Like, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I got the chills. Oh my god. And I'm actually quite hot, you know. I'm in this sweater that I put on for the video. I actually feel quite hot. It's because it's not cold at all in here, but I have chills all over my body. Like I do feel that whatever the civilization was, like it's really similar to what we have today. I feel like a huge intuitional connection because like we're also quite powerful, and I think we're trying to do away with our past, and we're really prideful, I think, and we have everything. We have a lot of things today. Of course, there's like everything. There's like a lot of things that are imperfect in today's world, but we are way better off than we were in 16th, 15th, 17th, whatever 18th century. Way better off. And I do think we're like trying to look into the future and go into the future, but we are very, very, very prideful. And our leaders, I think, are uncaring. Oh, wow. So we have the Sun here, but we have Ace of Wands in reverse, and we have Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So I think that these cards here kind of like tell me about the fall of their civilization, maybe even already. With the Sun here, like it's their happiness. It's their, yeah, just happiness and their pride and their ego and their like a sense of themselves, because Sun in astrology, of course, it's me, it's I, it's inner core. And I think their sense of self started to shatter when Ace of Wands in reverse. First of all, I do think that there were birth problems. I don't know what happened, but there were birth problems and problems with fertility in general. And there were problems with just the desire to continue on. The inner spark that drives civilization forward, I think it started to die out. And with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, I think it did coincide also with the poor material situations that this civilization like ran into. So I don't know, maybe they ran out of land that they could use to grow crops. Maybe they ran out of animals to feed on. Maybe they ran out of resources, water, some kind of monetary system, if they had some, could have gone to shambles. So like something happened with the material that led them into decline. And also, once again, with the Ace of Wands also being in reverse here, I do believe that it was still like a huge problem with fertility, because to me, Ace of Pentacles, it's also like being a card of earth, and like earth that gives you things, that births things, being in reverse here, especially with Ace of Wands, which is already a card of like male energy, fertility, like birthing something. It's like, I think the decline was more about that, more about like decline of spark and decline of resources, and like their happiness was just being destroyed by all of these processes. So there might have been, with the Sun also here being, the Sun being here with Ace of Wands in reverse and Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my god, I do think that maybe there was something to do with the Sun, like just like as a physical body in space, that caused that civilization to die out. So maybe like global warming or global cooling, because Ace of Wands being here in reverse, to me it's like a cooling effect, a cooling situation. So maybe there was like less heat coming from the Sun, less warmth coming from the Sun, that led the civilization to like lose the resources, lose the food, lose like the earth that was giving them crops or whatever. Yeah, let me get some more cards. So what can you tell me about the civilization that existed before? So how many? Oh, there's 3 cards here. If there's 3, I'm pulling them out. Yeah, there's 3 cards. Okay, pulling you out. So what do we have here? Oh yeah, well, it's interesting. I do think that whatever those people were, they like with the Hierophant in reverse, 5 of Wands in reverse, and 3 of Cups upright, also another card that's repeating. I shuffled cards well, and I shuffled them, like you see that I shuffled them. So I think there was a breaking down of the ruling class with the Hierophant in reverse. It's like death of morality, death of religion, death of ruling class, death of things as they were. And like just like not like death of course, but like just like things are not as they were, and the structures are kind of like being destroyed, and like rules are not being followed. And we have Five of Wands in reverse and Three of Cups. So Three of Cups here, although upright, like it is surrounded by other not so positive cards, first of all. And second of all, I do believe that like it's just a signifier of like a happy agreement or like happy like circle of people. But with the Five of Wands being in reverse here, it's like inner struggle, inner issues, inner problems. It's everything that has to do with like behind the curtains struggles and fights and rumors and fighting for power. So I think with the breaking down of their like resource base and their like mode of operations, there was also a breakdown of the ruling class that started inside fighting, basically a fight against itself, divide into factions, and yeah, just like destroy the structure of the society. Like literally, you cannot make this shit up. It literally sounds like today. To me at least, it sounds like today. I'm getting the last cards now. I think this reading is getting too long. I'm using the back camera now, so that's why my image is different. But also, I really don't see what's happening, and I don't know what, like, for how long have I been reading now. But like, I think the reading is getting kind of long. I'm getting a little bit tired, so yeah, I'm kind of like I'm finishing it up. Oh yeah, with the Emperor and the Eight of Wands and Eight of Swords, I do think that the ruling class, kind of like a tyrannical ruling class, to be honest, really quickly found itself in a position where they just did not know where to go. They just did not know what to do. They were really just like, they ran into a dead end. I think their civilization ran into the dead end. And yeah, I think that from there it wasn't good. So like maybe one card, like how did, like if the civilization existed, how did it end? One card was like, if the civilization existed, how did it end? It's really interesting. Oh wow. Yeah, Empress in reverse again. I do think that there's, and also like we have Emperor here and here we have Empress. Really interesting. Ruling, well, first of all, I think it's about ruling class and their inability to provide for the people. Second of all, I think like it's general infertility. It's either people's infertility, they just couldn't breed anymore, or it's the infertility of land and resources that were not able to replenish. And I think the civilization that existed, I do think that it died out kind of like slowly. It was just a slow wiltering away. I don't think it was like a catastrophe, to be honest. Like, you know, just like that. I think it was more about a civilization that's dying out because they don't have enough food. People are not birthing kids. People don't see the way forward, and they just like slowly, one by one, you know, like all of this, like it gives me an image of like a village that's like slowly dying out. You know, like young people are moving away, or like there's just like old people who really cannot procreate anymore, and they're just like living their last days on this earth, and after they die, the village is just like been forgotten. That's what the image I have in my head with this card. So, oh my god, this was a very intense reading. So thank you so much for being with me here today. I'm really, really glad to do this reading for you. Leave your comments down below what you think. Give me your opinions, your ideas. Do you believe in the ancient civilizations or not? And follow me on Instagram. Not subscribe to my Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I have Instagram. I have put it in the beginning of the video as like just like a text on the screen, but also I'm saying it here. I'm at Tarot&Talks on Instagram, and I will try to put more content there. To be honest, like before the Christmas, a lot of stuff with my actual work. I'm really not enough energy for posting on several social medias right now, but still, I love you all so much. Like, subscribe, leave your comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!